Alright, guys, so I'm going to give you guys a method on catching your stalkers, catching these demons in action. It's very simple. There's two ways. If you have someone who you confide in or who you believe that you can trust a little bit, what you would like to do is you want to first make a thesis video saying that you're going to be um, gathering information on your neighborhood because you want to focus on an area specifically. We know this happens everywhere, but you want to focus on parties and an area specifically. So if you have two neighbors above you or below you, whichever ones are giving you the most attention are the ones that you want to go for first. It is simple. You make a thesis video, you're going to be collecting data, you're going to be telling what kind of data that you're looking for. You're going to tell them who, so you want to have your neighbors' names, their cars, their tag numbers. You want to present that information in your first video, right? So my video would be like, my name is such and such. Based on the abnormal activity I've been experiencing the last couple years to months, I felt it necessary to record the series of events around me. This is my time. These are my days that I'm going to be recording it. And if you don't have a schedule, create one, right? So you want to create a false schedule. Let's say your schedule is from 9 to 5. You know from the hours 9 to 5, your job is to record material that's going on around your neighborhood with your two neighbors specifically. So if you know they like to have the same neighbor or the same two, three people come outside when you come outside every morning for work, then don't talk about it, right? Record it. So now you have a week of the same motherfucker coming outside when you're coming outside, leaving when you're leaving, pulling up when you're pulling up, walking the dog when you walk your dog, right? So this is what you want to do. You want to get the person on camera specifically performing the same act every day because you want it to be undoubtedly obvious when you take this into the court system, which they already know who you are and what's going on. But you need it to be so obvious that they want to settle out of court. And see, I think everybody wants to go for, the big wigs. Like, oh, we want to sue the government. Be realistic, okay? Be realistic. The way you get to the government is through the people who work for the government, okay? So the government doesn't have a foundation. The government is only based upon the stupid people who believe it exists in everything that they do and they abide by. That's it. That's it. So you have to start from the bottom. So who is the bottom? The people who we are around. You have to crack them. They're not. I'm telling you, they're some of the easiest people to crack. If I really took time and effort and made it a mission to crack these people, I would have cracked them already. It's not my mission. They're already going to hell. The left is miserable. They're older than me by 10, 20 years, and that's the youngest. And so we let Father Times do what he's going to do. Back to what I'm saying. So now you have a week of evidence of the same motherfuckers pulling up when you're pulling up, leaving when you're leaving, looking at you, right? You have it. So now you do your commentary. This is when you go with names, tag numbers, and pictures. Then you switch up the time. So maybe 9 to 5. Next, you're going to do 10 to 6. Or you may shorten it. And then, so what you want to do is you want to show that at different time zones, different situations, the same series of events are taking place. Doesn't matter if I got in my house 9 to 5, 10 to 6, 8 to 9, 8 to 10, whatever. This old lady, this man, this couple, this woman and her dog just are where I'm at every day. You want to be able to convince to a jury that already knows who you are because you can't get it twisted. You don't ever want to walk in the courtroom and acting like these motherfuckers don't know who you are. You're going to lose. You need to walk into the courtroom knowing and letting everyone know that you know they know who you are. And that you have enough substantial evidence to tell everyone to fuck off in that courtroom. You only want to go to courtroom if you know that you're going to be able to prove some shit. Don't expect to win the first. You're not going to win the first battle. You want exposure. You want them to know that you're serious, that you're going to take precautions, and that you're going to do what it takes. And how do you do that? Your neighbors. You want your neighbors to go in their pockets. You want them to have to afford legal counsel. Understand the government is the state where you live at is not going to provide legal counsel for the courts. They're not. They're not. You gotta understand that if you're able to prove, and you don't even need, you could just take your lawyer to court. You could take your neighbor to court for anything, right? And I mean, you could do it yourself. You don't even need a lawyer to do that. You could basically file a restraining order on your neighbor based on the evidence that you have. That'd be the first step. All right. So after you have the videotape, you file for a restraining order, right? And then the next step would be if they're still coming outside, same situation. That's when you would take it to suing them because they've broke the restraining order. They're still coming outside. You have other neighbors now coming outside. It's more obvious now. You're building a case. So after you sue your neighbors, and you're going to win that one. You're going to win. Like I said, if you do what I'm telling you to do, if you do this for about 60 days to 90 days, you have a case. I promise you. Once you start chopping down, I'm telling you, all you're going to have to do is get to one neighbor. Once you get one neighbor in them pockets and they lose that case and they start looking, I'm telling you, it's going to trickle down from there. Because now neighbors are aware that you're going to start fucking with all of them. You're going to do whatever it takes to knock down every last one of them. They're going to act different. You always got to make an example out of one nigga. It always takes one. All it takes is one. I'm telling you guys, this is not, so everybody's talking about go for the government. You got a lot of times them people talking about that go for the government shit, they're pawns, man. They're fake. Nobody's really sitting back critically thinking about how to defeat the people they're around. Everyone's talking about, oh, we're gonna go, like, come on now, be realistic, bro. You're gonna sue Obama. You're gonna sue Donald Trump. You're going to Capitol. You're gonna sue the state. Like, no, there's steps. There's steps to get to Supreme Court, son. That's why you have executive branch, legislative, judicial. You have different branches for different reasons. All right? So you're going to start off at the Senate and the House. You're going to start off at legislator. You're going to start off in the legislature. You're going to start off there. But what I'm telling you is, you get to your neighbors, you get to the government. Because the neighbors are weak. They're weak as fuck. They're scared of their shadows. That's why they come out in 2s and 3s. That's why when you buck at one of them, you see the police officer come and sit and like I showed you videos, they sit in the fucking, they have police escorts and they sit in the fucking car lot, in the parking lot. Alright, they're scared of their fucking shadow. They're a bunch of bitches. You understand? And I've been nice. I haven't even bossed up yet. I've been polite. Get to one neighbor, it's all over. That's why I'm steady. Like, I got so much shit on my neighbors, it's ridiculous. But I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for a finale. I'm waiting, just waiting. I'm waiting. And then it's going to be all over for them. I'm going to get my check. I'm going to go about my business, and they'll be in jail somewhere. Trust me, guys, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm going to win. I'm going to get everything I deserve. All the hard work and effort I put in all my life. Everybody who did me wrong, all that bullshit, I'm going to get tenfold everything that they tried to take from me. I'm going to use them to get it. That's the great thing about it. I'm going to use them to get my money. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes it just pays to be, you got to know when to turn up. Like for me, I've been talking shit for the last 4 years. I'm alive. I'm not in jail. Ain't nobody put their hands on me. I got more money than I had when this shit started. I still have a roof over my head. You understand? So I've been playing the game. I've been successful. 4 years later, I'm still here. I'm not going nowhere. 4 years later, I haven't cracked. You understand? I've been through so much shit 4 years. A nigga who 18 ain't been through what the fuck I've been through in 4 years. So, like I'm saying, guys, let's be real. Stop. You can't just say, oh, I want to sue the government. These look. You understand? Demons don't give a fuck about demons. You telling the demon they're going to hell, they laugh at you. You understand this, right? They don't give a fuck about you telling them they're going to hell and the Most High. They don't give a fuck about that shit. That's like you telling a badass kid you're gonna get your ass beat when you go home. That's like my teacher telling me. Like it got to a point where my mom used to beat my ass. So I'm like, okay, and I used to tell the teacher, call my mother, call her. I used to tell the teacher, call my dad. He ain't gonna do shit. It's not funny, but that's how it was, bro. Like I seriously got to a point in school where they had to suspend me because calling my mom, in school suspension, timeouts, that shit wasn't working. It didn't work for me. I tell them to call my mom. My mom not going to even drive up here, number one. Two, I'm going to get my ass beat, but I already know, you know what I mean? I already know. I already know. You can't kill me. You know what I mean? So this is how these demons work. They're like bad kids, bro. So if you tell them, you get home, you can get your ass beat. They're like, so? They don't care. Because they ain't got the ass beat yet. You know what I mean? They really got the ass beat. They just been getting lightly tapped. You know what I mean? They ain't really got that ass beat yet. See, once you get your ass beat one good time, that's normally when you grow up. Normally it takes that one good time when you get your ass beat. And you like, you know what? That one DUI. That DUI that lands you in jail. You know what I mean? That gives you you get a year of jail time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Normally takes that last ass whooping is normally what gets people in check. But, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So don't go around telling demons, oh, we cash. Like, they laugh at shit like that, bro. Especially, like, they know that we're, like, in the world. They know we're struggling. And they, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the demons inside these people. The demons inside your neighbor. You gotta understand, it's two different things. You got your neighbor who's just stupid as fuck, and then you got the demon who knows your neighbor is stupid as fuck and is using your neighbor who's stupid as fuck. You understand? There's levels to this shit. But stop telling these motherfuckers, because y'all making me look crazy when you out here talking about, oh, we going. Like, I know these motherfuckers, bro. I talk that language, bro. I'm not one of them, but I talk that shit, nigga, and I know. And I look them in the eyes, and they know. He's not to fuck with. They know. I don't have those issues. I see what you niggas be going through. I hear about some of the shit targeted individuals be going through. I don't go through that shit. Because they know better. They know I will tax that ass. They try me because they want me to go to jail. But what they don't realize is that somebody's going to have to die. In order for me to be in jail, that means there's going to be some dead niggas. Right? So, you know, they understand that. They know I'm about that life. And that's why they don't push me. They don't push me to the edge. You understand? So think about what I said. Shalom. Drop some comments below. Have a great day.